So this is what I call the Manosphere fruit loop. And if you take a look at your screen, what you will see are some of the major themes that keep this group on this particular fruit loop. And it typically starts off with number one, these women. And from these women, it deteriorates into a conversation about sluts and whores. From there, the conversation typically moves on to single mothers, which deteriorates into a conversation about welfare, which naturally leads itself to feminism, Oprah, and independent women, that somehow works its way around to abortion, that ultimately works itself back around to these women. And around and around and around we go. And this is just one Manosphere fruit loop. There's several, but this is pretty much the way that it goes. And it can kickstart off with these women. And that's pretty much it. And that's what hops them on. That's how they enter the loop. And they will stay on this loop for 8 hours sometimes. So essentially, what I feel like these men are doing to their viewers is this right here. They are trying to keep them on a hamster wheel of things that are largely unattainable by them. They may attain some of these things, but certainly not all of them. And as long as they can keep them on this hamster wheel and keep them running after these things and keep them donating to this cause, to this small army that they've got going, as long as they can keep this happening, they feel like they have success. When in reality, this particular group has actually never achieved anything. All of their major issues, everything that they complain about on a day-to-day basis, they make no impact in those areas. They haven't stopped these women. They haven't stopped single mothers, welfare, or anything else. Oh, I forgot to put hair on there. How could I not put hair on there? Hair triggers them deeply. But this is what they do to these men. And this is what they do to them all day, every day. And I'm not saying they're victims. They go willingly. They show up willingly. If there is any victimhood to be found in this, it's the fact that these social media companies allow this to happen. If there were a movie that encouraged people to go out and harm other people, and then they went and did it, how long do you think that movie would be allowed to air in movie theaters and stuff? I think they would probably pull it down pretty quick. They would consider it to be hazardous to the safety of society. Now, in the context of free speech and things of that nature, I don't want to go around saying, oh, this person should be snatched down, that person should be snatched down because of what they believe. It's not about what you believe. It's about the fact that you are literally making people unwell. You are making them mentally ill. You are making them so unstable that they lash out at women in particular and are killing them. In the case of Black women, every 5.5 hours, killing them. Rage, anger, they don't coach these men off the ledge. They talk these men up the ledge. They tell these men to jump, essentially. They get them all worked up and all fired up and upset and angry and pissed off at these women that they don't know what to do with all this energy. They don't know where to put it. So they end up putting it somewhere, and it's usually not in a very good place.